Now, if I was thinking about this afternoon and thinking about the post-prandial soporific moment, what greater sleep activity could you think of than having medicine and theology combined for an hour? We're going to tell you how to heal your mind and your body simultaneously, or try to help with it. But the challenge that was listed that's listed in the brochure is an interesting one. When you think about whom you are and where you've been, and for some of you, where you're going to go, there are challenges in your life that others can talk about, but have no meaning to you unless you experience them. You start as a firefighter, more or less. You start as a young physician. You become interested in the management of a very complex, almost military activity, a public service, which in some circumstances has now become a medical service as well, or at least provides various and sundry levels of medical care, provides the ability to support police in activities which theoretically render us more immune from terror, be that as it may, take on the control or at least the supervision of the safety of buildings. And your life becomes a complicated one, more complicated than a lawyer's, perhaps more complicated than an engineer, more complicated than perhaps anybody, including people who literally fly complicated airplanes. You become more successful, you achieve greater rank, and with that comes greater responsibility. And eventually, there is an ultimate responsibility which some will achieve, others will strive for. But in reality, as you achieve the higher levels, you have fewer and fewer support systems. You have fewer and fewer people to talk to other than your wife, friend, mistress, significant other, partner. To me, it's immaterial. There is nobody who shares the burden. And at the same time, you live in an environment which, to a certain extent, is occasionally rowdy. There is in the world of military, there is in the world of medicine, there is perhaps in the world of law, though I hesitate to even think nicely of those people, the surge of success, and sometimes the surge of failure. And with the surge of success or failure comes the unwinding from an epinephrine bender that in the fire department may be hourly. And with that comes inevitable physiologic change. And to a certain extent, you say to yourself, I'll manage my physiologic change by taking a moment or two of relaxation. Perhaps I'll enjoy some imbibition. I'll try this particular brandy or that particular whiskey. Or maybe I am going to abstain, but instead I will enjoy this remarkably fat-endowed piece of beef. And these potatoes, which have been fried in yesterday's deep fat. And to a certain extent, the pie that I most enjoy is either a lemon meringue, a cream, or apple with 2 dishes of ice cream. And so, in reality, you feed yourselves, or you feed the moment to get rid of the stress.